Hey folks, this is Joe Guerra. I'm just going to create a quick video here for the coaches to help them out understand how to reschedule a game and do game scoring. I'll try to make this as brief as possible. I'm starting here inside the Soccer Club of Guilford. I used to work heavy in the Guilford and they still allow me to be a team manager. You can see I have my fake kids here, Mickey and Minnie. If this gray bar does not show up, don't worry about it. This gray bar is for club administrators only. They have a Go to Connecticut Junior Soccer up here, which is for their administration account. Where coaches should start, if you want to go see where your games are, you can go to your volunteer tab typically. A lot of people start here. You can go directly to the state site, but I find this easier. And what you'll notice here is I have been added as the team manager of one of the 13 boys teams in Guilford. I now have a button here, Go to Connecticut Junior Soccer Association. Once I click on that, a new window pops up. From there, you will see that I am a district administrator, and this is not the page you will see. The page you will see as a coach is this page, okay? So you'll see Lisa, Joe, Sam, my duplicate Sam, all sorts of different test things that don't worry about it. These are my players. Where you want to go is to teams. So right here on teams. From teams, there's two tabs, teams and tournament and application schedule. From the teams, you can actually see your team information. Very quickly, I'll go there and you can see how your team is laid out. You're not going to have all the buttons that I have, but you'll be able to see a team roster and get player passes. That's number one. If I go back, I can actually see apply to tournaments. This is where you would apply to tournaments. Where I really want to concentrate is here in the tournament and schedules. From here, I'm going to look at the South Central District League Spring, not my Connecticut Cup here. I'm going to go to view tournament application real quick, just to show you that link. So it's the first of those two links there. This is where I can actually go to my player roster, and if I have to remove some players and turn some players off and deactivate some players, I can quickly do that and get down to the limit. So for example, this team, I have 18 registered and 18 active, 18 total. I'm not over, so I'm allowed 25, okay? So I'm good. But if you have 25 on a team that only allows 17, this is where you can turn some off and then edit, excuse me, and then set those active players. There's also a nice button here, Sync Roster. That Sync Roster button will get any new players or coaches that you have on the team roster. This is the South Central District roster here. Going back, let me go back to where I was. In here, you will notice that I have, go back to tournament and team applications. I have schedules and game scoring. That's where I'm going to spend a few minutes here. When I click on that link, it shows me the active game schedule for this team. Active game schedule means any game that has a date, time, and field on it. As of the recording of this video, all the games for spring of 2021 have dates, times, and fields on them. That means all the games show up. These are the league games. No, you cannot add additional games at this time. We've asked for improvement to the system so that we can add friendly games as well. These are the league games. If you need to reschedule a game, I'm not going to, but I can click this button. From here, I can propose. This is the current game schedule. This is the new game schedules. Let me zoom in a little bit. This is the new requested. I could put in a date. I could say where I want it, and every club has a TBD field. Okay. You can self-schedule. It's just because that's what we're doing. We're self-scheduling it. There's a coach's conflict. We can't get referees. There's a religious holiday, weather, venue, or other. You can also put in comments. Then you send a request. Once that request is sent, the other team will receive that request and they must accept the request, propose a new time, or decline the request. The South Central District administrators have the ability to see the communication between the teams. That's how you reschedule a game. It's actually quite simple. To score a game, It's actually also quite simple, but not obvious, and I do understand that. All you do is hover over a score. It turns it into a finger. You click, and it opens up the scoring window. It does look like a large scoring window. Not everything is required. You can put in a score for this for the Guilford team. You can put in a score for the Wallingford team. No real special codes required, but you can put in that it went to overtime or something like that. You can put in goals and cautions for the players and ejections. You can do all those things. You are not required to do so. Center referees, assistant referees, there aren't any, and you can put in comments. Save that stats and the comments. The game score is a statistic. That's what that means. Save statistics and comments. The score is the statistic. There are a couple instructions over here that you can go through. The codes that can be used are also right here. If there was an ejection, yellow card, red card, whatever it may be, you can add those in. Once again, the score for the home and the away team is the only thing required, and hit save, stats, and comment. That's really it. The only thing I would say is several folks have asked me, do these games push all the way down to the app? The games currently do not push to the club platform, nor do they push to the app platform on your phone. That is being looked at. The vendor has promised to get that ready. That's all I can leave you with for now. I appreciate the time. It was hopefully a quick and simple video. Enjoy.